Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm reviewing the brand new 70mm A810S dashcam. This is the updated version of the A810, so it'll be interesting to see what improvements 70mm have made. The A810S sits right in that sweet spot around the $120 or £140 mark, and promises to be one of the best overall dashcams you can buy in this price bracket. It offers true 4K front recording with a 1080 rear camera, upgraded image processing, improved emergency recording, smarter parking protection, and optional 4G connectivity for remote monitoring. Just so you know, 70mm did send me the A810S for this video, but as always, all the thoughts and opinions are entirely my own. I've had the camera fully installed in my own car, and all of the footage you'll see in this video has been recorded by me in real-world driving and parking conditions. So let's get started with the video. Opening up the A810S box, you're greeted by the main front dashcam unit with its large screen and 4 buttons below it. And on the front is the mounting area and the front-facing tilting 4K lens. On one side you have a button to turn the screen off, though when pressed the dashcam will stay on and recording. And on the other side, USB-C ports for connecting the rear camera and for power, along with a microSD card slot which supports large capacity cards. You've also got the wired rear camera which tilts on its sticky pad base and is wired via a standard 4-pin connector. It's small and discreet, filming 1080 resolution footage. First of the accessories found in the box is an envelope which contains customer information and user manuals, spare sticky pads, static window stickers, 70mm stickers, and a 128GB microSD card. In the box next to the dashcam, you'll find the sticky pad mount for the front camera unit, a 12V USB adapter, a USB-A to USB-C power cable, a long 4-pin to USB-C cable for powering the rear dashcam, and a trim remover tool to help hide wires. Another optional extra is the 4G hardwire kit, which you can put a separately bought SIM card in and monitor your dashcam remotely via the 70mm app. This isn't essential, and the A810S will work just fine without it. Compared to the A810 it has replaced, there's not much difference in the design department, so we'll have to dig a little deeper to see if there are any improvements. Installing the A810S is straightforward and just like the majority of dashcam installs. With a clean windscreen, decide where you want to place the dashcam that doesn't block your line of sight, peel back the protective film on the mount and stick and press it into place on the windscreen. Next, plug the USB-C power cable into the dashcam and begin hiding the wires in the vehicle's trim wherever you can, working your way around to the car's 12V port. The included trim tool is there to help with this too. Then do exactly the same for the rear dashcam, sticking it down and plugging it in before hiding the wires. As with any dashcam install, make sure you don't block any airbags with the cables. Finally, turn the dashcam on, go through any initial settings and insert the included microSD card. When set up, the dashcam will power up every time you start your vehicle and start recording automatically. If this install has gone a bit quick or you'd like more detail, I've put together a complete guide on how to install a dashcam, which you should see a link to in the top right corner now, and I'll put a link in the description too. With the A810S installed, let's take a look at how it works. As we go, if you see distortions or lines, it's just my camera and not the screen, which is very clear. On first switch on, the home screen is the view of the cameras, along with icons for recording status, GPS, Wi-Fi and the date and time. Navigation is done using the physical buttons rather than a touchscreen, which works very well and avoids fingerprints on the display. The first button switches between camera views. The second triggers emergency recording and locks the current clip. The third enters the gallery, which stops recording and takes you to a menu where you can easily view all the different types of media. And the final button takes you to the settings. You can adjust a lot here with video settings for changes in resolution and video recording length, parking security for collision and motion detection, though you will need to hardwire the dashcam so it has constant power. I've covered how to hardwire a dashcam in a separate video, which I've linked above and in the description, so do check that out. Then there's smart travel to configure emergency recordings and ADAS warnings, including lane departure and collision warnings, various sound settings, and system settings to turn on Wi-Fi for the app and adjust language and time amongst other things. Emergency recording is where one of the biggest upgrades over the A810 appears. The A810S now supports buffered emergency recording of up to 3 minutes before and after an incident is detected. This means you're not just capturing the impact itself, but the full chain of events leading up to it and the aftermath. On top of that, the A810S features a 5-level sensitivity G sensor. Compared to the A810's more limited adjustment, this gives you far more control. You can dial it down for rough roads to avoid false triggers or increase sensitivity when parked in higher risk areas. Parking surveillance has also been improved. With smart parking monitoring and AI motion detection, the A810S actively watches for suspicious movement around your vehicle and records automatically when something happens. Though again, you will need to be hardwired to use this. The A810S has a very useful built-in screen, but you'll get a much better experience using 70mi's app, which connects over the dashcam's local 5 GHz Wi-Fi. You'll need to be near the camera though, unless you install the optional 4G hardwire kit, as it's a local Wi-Fi connection that's generated to connect dashcam to phone. The app is free on the Play Store and App Store. Once you've created an account, granted permissions, connected via Wi-Fi and formatted a memory card, you're ready to record. Setup is only needed once. After that, you can connect to it as needed. On the app's home screen, you'll see a live preview which can be made full screen. The buttons let you take a photo or switch to see the rear camera. The album section stores all of your clips, organised by folder or timeline, and you can easily download footage straight to your phone. In settings, you can adjust pretty much everything that I mentioned earlier under the dashcam settings, and it's a really comprehensive selection to choose from, though it's worth noting when the app is active, the A810 screen turns off and the physical buttons are disabled. Overall, the app is fast, responsive and easy to use, and gives you full control of the A810S right from your phone, which I really like. One last word on the 4G capabilities of the A810S. It is one of 3 70mi dashcams that benefit from their Cloud Plus service, along with their flagship T800 and the unique 4K Omni. Once you have one of these dashcams, the 4G hardwire kit and a SIM, you can pay a subscription for additional features. I've put them on the screen here, but you get access to instant alerts, live GPS tracking, geofence notifications and battery monitoring, as well as automatically uploading footage to the cloud. The basic plan is free, with the standard costing $2.49 a month or $26.99 annually, and the premium is $3.99 or $42.99. But as mentioned earlier, 4G connectivity and additional subscriptions are in no way essential for the A810S to work properly. Now let's talk about what matters most with dashcams: video quality. The A810S uses Sony Starvis 2 sensors on both the front and rear cameras, an IMX678 and 662 respectively, filming dual HDR footage which is coupled with 70mi's own software to enhance colour and detail in footage. For the 4K front camera, in daylight footage is sharp, detailed and well balanced, with natural colours and excellent dynamic range. When compared to the A810, I could see more contrast and better colour, as well as a brighter, sharper image overall. In challenging lighting, noise and grain is dealt with much better, and the extra sharpening and 70mi's software enhancements mean that number plates are visible sooner. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you've noticed that the timestamps don't quite line up on the footage, that's only because I set the time on the dashcams manually, so they're a little bit out with each other. The A810S also benefits from number plate recognition. They're automatically prioritised and sharpened, making them much easier to read, particularly when vehicles are moving quickly or lighting conditions aren't ideal. At night, the A810S performs really well. 70mi's Night Owl Vision and LumiVision software help to reduce noise, improve exposure, and maintain colour where possible. Compared to the A810, I do think night footage looks cleaner and more usable, particularly in dimly lit areas. As for the rear camera, being 1080 resolution, it can't compete with the 4K front lens, but the image quality is still very respectable. All the footage here is filmed through a tinted window, but up close you're capturing all the detail you need and number plates are clear. At night it struggles a bit, but the essentials are all captured, and I wouldn't want to be without it filming the rear of my vehicle. One accessory you'll probably want for any dashcam is a polarizing filter. There's one available separately for the A810S, and it's a push fit onto the front of the front lens. It gets rid of a good amount of the glare and reflections for a clearer image. The standout thing about the A810S is that for all of the upgrades 70mi have made from the A810, they haven't really increased the price. You can pick one up around the $120 or £140 mark, and at this price many dashcams aren't even offering 4K or a rear camera, let alone smart parking features and enhanced emergency recording. If you want to get one for yourself, I've put affiliate links to the major retailers in the description below, which help support this channel at no extra cost to you. Overall, the 70mi A810S feels like a genuinely thoughtful upgrade over the A810. The improvements to image quality, number plate clarity, emergency recording and parking surveillance directly address real-world issues that drivers actually face. Add in optional 4G remote monitoring and you've got a dashcam that feels far more premium than its price suggests. If you want a dashcam you can buy and know it will perform well in almost any situation, the A810S is hard to beat, and having tested lots of dashcams, is one of the best overall dashcams you can buy around this price. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.